I'm meteorologist John Dawson at Fox 26. You have found our YouTube tropical update. Excited that you've been able to click your way and find your way here, and we're going to be able to spend a little time diving into what's happening in the tropics right now. And we have a little bit to talk about on a couple different things. To begin with, I'm going to kind of go back to what this Gulf low pressure was that moved in over South Texas and dropped a lot of rain, then moved over Mexico. Well, you can still see a little bit of a swirl happening here out in West Texas and over in Mexico next to it. That is still that same system, and it's still creating quite a bit of rain. That green shading there representing a flash flood watch that's still in effect. So even though this wasn't technically a tropical cyclone, it certainly acted very similar to what a depression would do without the organized winds. Definitely had that low pressure, definitely brought in a lot of rain and continuing to bring in some rain. And we can still kind of see, even back here towards Houston, a little bit of that flow, that moisture getting pulled in off of the Gulf. And that's some of the reason why we have some of those isolated, very much isolated showers and storms kind of popping up all across the coast. We've also just to recognize the gray shading here on these counties. That's the ozone action day that was in place for Tuesday. And we'll see if that is going to have to be repeated again. But high pressure, for the most part, is what's dominating the weather over Texas. These little isolated storms are kind of slipping in underneath it a little bit. And again, a lot of that having to do with that extra moisture kind of getting pulled in off the Gulf. So for the most part, the Atlantic is quiet right now, and we're really thinking, though, within the next week or so, we're going to start getting a lot more activity as we'll see some storms coming off of the coast of Africa, and then they'll sort of maintain their strength and to sort of get more organized and sort of march all the way across the Atlantic. And, you know, depends on where how far south they form and where they end up going, if they're going to end up in the Atlantic or in the Caribbean or even possibly in the Gulf. But that's going to be a little bit later. Right now, though, we are watching a tropical wave that has just moved in off the coast of Nicaragua, and this is going to be something that continues to move across the Central American region and up and into Mexico. So this is going to be an interesting scenario, because this tropical wave is now, at this point, over land. So that's really going to keep it from developing into a tropical system, because all that interaction with land. And you can see as the National Hurricane Center has got the yellow X identifying where that wave is now, and then showing where it is headed. And the big shaded area here is the potential for where it could develop into an actual tropical system. So just a tropical wave right now. It's a very disorganized cluster of thunderstorms moving across Central America. And so that's why the Hurricane Center is saying over the next couple of days, we're not looking for anything. Over the next 5 days is when this would happen. So most likely it'll be at least Thursday night before this wave would start to emerge back over waters again here in the far southern portions of the Gulf of Mexico. And then it would still need a little bit more time to develop into a tropical system. And it could, though. And right now the chances are fairly low. This is one of those systems, though, not that I'm going to try to overhype this or get anyone too excited, but I don't want to see anything in the Gulf of Mexico during the month of August. It just kind of makes me nervous. I don't like to see anything in there at all. So definitely going to be one that I'm going to watch, that I'm going to kind of keep an eye on as this is going, and we'll continue to give you some updates, see how the computer modeling is all kind of rolling together and laying this out. Although until there's that closed circulation over water, our computer models have a lot of questions more than answers, but we'll still kind of glance at things and sort of see how that goes. But at the moment, though, it does look like, even if it were to form into a tropical depression, maybe even a tropical storm, it does look like that it would want to stay into Mexico or either southern portions of Texas. So it doesn't appear to want to get enough movement that it would be able to come up north and interact with the Gulf Coast as far as, you know, north of Corpus Christi or anything like that, or any other of the portions of the Gulf Coast for sure. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. We're going to continue to watch that tropical wave. It's something that we want to just kind of keep an eye on over the next couple of days, but it certainly is not going to do anything over the next couple of days because it's over land. And so we're not going to expect to tomorrow come back here and tell you that we have a tropical system. It'll be at least when that wave gets back over water, and right now it does look like that'll be Thursday night. So be sure and check back here tomorrow about this same time. We'll be updating our tropical update on YouTube every day. And if you get the chance, go to your favorite social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, punch in at John Dawson Fox 26. It'd be great for us to connect, and I could also be kind of keeping you updated on social media as well. So in the meantime, though, we'll check back here tomorrow with the latest.